Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey there.
What's up, guys?
Oh, good morning.
Let there be light.
It is a bright one. Welcome to our podcast, ladies and germs. This is the AFA podcast, our customized AFA podcast for your viewing pleasure. We have a special guest with us today. Her name is Nanishka Torres.
The lovely and beautiful, if I may say so myself, Nanishka Torres.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Hand.
Thank
Very
you.
exciting stuff.
Going with the natural applause today, too, guys.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, I guess we don't really need an artificial one, especially for Nani. We need a real one.
We
We got 10
Deserves a
hands
real
here.
one.
Or I leave.
I
Real-
demand an arena.
Real or nothing.
That's fair. That's fair. Very fair. But yeah, again, very happy to have you. And I guess I'll start the nice probing. But we don't want to get into.
I beg your pardon.
If I could just.
That's extra.
Damn. All right, we'll talk about that after the podcast.
Okay.
But
Got 'em.
Anyway, she's here to also talk about her awesome book, The Prince, and it's part of the Fenrir Chronicles, a 3-part extravaganza, and it's super awesome. And she's here to talk about it. We want to make sure some more people file in first before we ask her any questions.
Before we get to the good stuff.
Yeah, so how's everybody doing out there? Let's talk about you for
Let's
now.
talk about you guys. Let's talk about what we were talking about earlier, liquid science. I heard, actually, speaking of authors, you guys were reading the Neil Degrasse Tyson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Astrophysics
Wild.
for people in a hurry.
Excellent.
Yes. And ironically, you still need to have some time to read this book. You can't be in a hurry.
Yeah. I need a dictionary in one hand while I'm reading it to
Yeah.
just decipher what he's saying.
Jeez. But you guys said it right out the gate, though. It was kind of like,
It's wild.
It's so
your world's a
interesting,
lie.
though.
It's wild.
Listen. Yeah. gotcha.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
Oh, not that far? Okay.
Just you have no idea what it's made of. That's what's
Right.
so awesome.
Exactly.
You know, it's a lot of theoretical physics, about the first chapter is about the Big Bang.
Yeah, of course. You got to start
start
that.
And it is quite the bang.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
show or the real one that
Quite a
happened
banger.
like millions of years ago?
I'm going to go with the one that was like billions of
Yeah.
years ago.
No, right now.
Whoa.
Easy.
I was expecting.
That's a whole nother bang.
Wow.
That was lame.
Just like your bang.
Oh, it's more like a tap.
I'll be here all week.
There you go.
Yes. Nani, your mother is loving this right now.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't doubt it. I hope you're proud, Mama.
I made it.
I made it.
She made it. That's it.
Still fighting
Shout out
most
to the
things
moms.
Otherwise.
Yeah, having problems with the in-ears,
My
but otherwise,
hair
yeah.
is like 16 pounds, and it's trying to rip everything off of my head at all times.
Sure.
So
That's wild.
it's like
Is a
permanent-
haircut out of the
it's like a
question?
little
16
animal,
pounds
like,
is a lot of
trying to
poundage up there.
attack
I have the same feeling in my pants. Oh,
You're-
Right?
you're-
Nice.
wow.
that was a little
too.
discreet.
Wow.
There he is again. And this is the wow segment, I suppose.
Wow. You should see a doctor about that such. Doctor.
I'm getting some hot levels really quick. How's everything sounding out there in
Guys, just
AFA
let us,
Nation
yeah,
world?
Yeah, let
Can
us
you
know.
finally hear me?
Let us know if you can.
Papa,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
That's been a recurring
Nani's
issue,
a little
though.
hot.
Hearing
Can
the
we
drummer.
You know, I
down
was
just
just
a
making
bit?
sure she could be heard, actually. I will turn her down.
Put us all,
We
can
need
you put us all on the
to
same
be
same
heard.
level?
Well,
More
yeah,
or less.
It's
More or
yeah,
less.
yeah. I
More
mean, you guys,
than less.
it might be a little bit strange on your guys. So yeah, I'll adjust that right now for y'all.
Sound
And let me
good
know
here.
if everybody else hears anything.
While Dave is
Soundboy.
doing that, I'm going to give some information. June 24th, we're playing at QXT's in Newark.
When is that? This Sunday.
This Sunday. If you guys didn't
Coming
catch
up.
the intro in the beginning that I customly made for this show, because I do that sometimes.
So
That's-
extra.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a banger. We have a whole new setup. No, it's not all new. It's an easier setup, so things won't get complicating, hopefully. Knock on wood.
Well,
We're just over here streamlining things a bit.
That's what we do.
what you want? Oh, cancer.
I can't hear myself, Dave.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can just let the world know.
Get over
It's
yourself,
okay.
Kevin.
I know, right? God, Cab.
I just want to
What
hear
happened?
me and none of everybody else.
Get over here.
And
Let
negative
me get a
Nani.
good view.
It was
Shots.
freezing up earlier. Is it freezing now?
Shots fired.
Is it freezy freeze?
Freezy.
Is it freezing cold?
It was freezing up earlier. Oh, no.
How's that, Kev?
Much better in my in-ears. Thank you, David.
Yes.
Nice.
Did anybody notice
Everybody
our
else okay?
tablecloth?
Put your phone out.
That
Going.
works.
So you can.
We're keeping
read
to
all
the
comments
promise of a
now.
fresh tablecloth for every podcast. And this week is representative of our
We
guest.
could get a close-up here. But
Avengers,
Definitely can't.
Agents of
We
S.H.I.E.L.D.
can
We
describe
can't get a
it.
close-up. You'll have to do the close-up on your own. Just get really close to the
Just
computer
get super
or
close.
phone.
But yeah, we've got all the good stuff on
We've
here.
got
The Avengers.
we've got the Avengers. We've got the Captain.
Hey, you turned your media down on it.
I know, right?
Yeah, we've got
You know what?
the Hulk,
Yeah, maybe.
Iron Man.
I'll put on mine and then we'll plug it in there.
All heroes are represented.
Kenny Kroonquist, what up, bud?
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Good to
We
see
do
you.
want to remind you guys that we will be live streaming as a full band, this Thursday, right?
You
Awesome.
know.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
If
so
you
we
say so.
All right, so
Sean's
I
the
guess-
boss.
I guess it's in the itinerary.
Sean is the boss.
Some more requests coming at you guys. We always want that feedback. We want to keep we're playing for you guys.
Yeah, we're
There it
actually
is.
transforming into a wedding band, so we'll just be doing requests.
We'll be taking
and that's
your
it.
requests till 9 p.m.
Total request live.
There's your mom right there. Yes.
Very cool.
Thanks, Mom, for the
Thanks,
shout-outs and the
Mama.
notifications. We just pulled it up now, too.
David Rico's watching. What's up, Dave?
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
hey.
it. Hey, guys.
Damn.
You're doing great. You know what's funny is, like, you guys see it's me as David, but as soon as I type something, it's going to come up as Ascending from Ashes.
Yeah.
Why are you
And I
typing,
still
bro?
can't figure out-
You have
well,
the
I'm
power
not-
of a microphone.
True.
Stop typing.
He wants to go through both
Start
mediums.
talking.
Sometimes I'm trying to talk smack about one of these guys.
Put your
and I just
thumbs
wanna-
down.
Yeah. Phones are for looking.
What's up, Jess?
Wow.
Hey, Jess, what's up?
That's what you
Or
do.
Jen.
AKA
So, hey,
Jenny.
we're getting we're getting into it now. So how about without further ado, we talk about
Yes.
our guest of honor's book a little bit. Nani, why don't you start us off? Why don't you tell us or tell everybody what it's about?
So, yeah.
Although, judging by the people who usually join this podcast, I'm pretty sure 90% of them have already read it.
That's
Which is
okay.
awesome.
Since it's like our crew.
Just to remind y'all.
But just a reminder, in case you haven't or want to read it again.
Or have any questions about it regarding it.
Questions.
Yeah,
yes,
we definitely
this
want to
is the
dig into that.
time.
Yes.
Absolutely. But it's called Fenrir Chronicles, The Prince. And as one would guess, it is about a prince, shocking, whose boyfriend, that's right, you heard that correctly,
Nani.
boyfriend. Oh,
Kevin
I'm going to
will
have
bring it up.
Kevin
Ooh,
show it off
Kevin's
like Vanna
just
The
White.
GoPro camera.
Display.
Make sure
Show
there's
it.
lights out.
Everybody
There you
look at
go.
my chin.
Perfect.
Look at it.
Does that
That
chin look
is-
familiar?
that
But yeah,
is
it's not to
a
interject.
gorgeous-
Everybody get a
Uh,
closer
A
look.
gorgeous, handsome chin right
If
next
anybody
to me
needs some good
on
chin
that cover.
shots, just holler at me. All right.
I'll
He
give you a
gives
chin
great
shot.
chin, not to brag,
Yikes.
but his chin is just.
They don't look like balls at all.
People tell me
They don't.
people tell me it's effortless
They
to get
do
a good
not.
shot. So
It's
just
fabulous.
let me know.
You have a gift.
He's so good.
But please continue.
Right, before I was rudely interrupted.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
It'll happen a
This
lot.
freaking chin.
Enough about your chin, Dave.
We are over your chin.
Over it.
But so my book is about a prince whose boyfriend is kidnapped by these religious radicals, and he kind of enlists the help of a prisoner to go get him back. And lots of action. I'm not a big fan of romance in novels, so it's very minimal. But basically kind of drops you in the thick of it and doesn't let go until it's over. So hopefully if any of those out there, all probably 3 of you whom have not read it, you can get it on Amazon.com. There's also an Audible version on Audible.com as well, with music composed by yours truly over here in the audiobook version. It's super
She's
awesome.
my boss, so I do whatever she needs me to do. So it's
In
that.
more ways than one.
That's that.
And so, yeah, hopefully you'll be interested in checking it out.
Yes.
And if there's any questions,
Narrated
oh my God,
very well
that's
too, I
what
want to
this
say.
is for.
But that's what
I'd be
this is for.
stoked.
Rebecca actually wanted to point out that she didn't know that was my chin, which
Oh, Dave,
I
get
thought you
over
would've
it.
known my
Just
chin
get
better.
over
Usually,
it.
Dave, you have a beard. You usually have some kind
I
of beard.
usually do have a beard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
you
what it
do
is.
hide that chin.
But
But yes,
yeah, I mean,
nonetheless.
we could.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to share some of what the Prince is about. In fact, I mean, is it in any way?
What it does here?
We kind of talked about. Oh, you're okay.
This thing's a monster.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to get used to that. The right
is.
type
Sure.
of twist to get, to get the in ears in.
Sure,
But
sure.
yeah, in any way, did you feel perhaps? And again, we've talked about it, influenced by kind of what we were doing, because we were kind of doing both of this at the same time. Like we were
Yes.
recording.
Hold on one second, Dave. Could you take your microphone
Oh,
pack,
sure.
and put it on the table or something? Because it's cutting out.
That's
you
funny.
got a little flammy there.
It's in your
Dave.
pocket?
Oh,
take
yeah,
it out of
yeah.
your pocket.
Oh, that's probably because I'm clamping on it. Yeah.
There you go.
That's what happens, right? When it's,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, quick clam.
It's just getting blocked from
Excuse me.
signal.
Wireless
Clamps
system.
me.
But anyway, this is cool. I feel a connection between AFA's glory and you writing this book, because we were kind of doing that at the same time, and I felt like we kind of like influenced each other.
Number
any
one,
thoughts
get
on
over
that?
yourself. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
There it is, dude,
Totally
the chin
kidding.
and the influence.
Couple
There-
goals.
my book was wholeheartedly influenced by you guys, which is why it's so
Cool.
exciting to be among you. It's like anyone who writes a book based on like some super awesome musician, then they get to hang out with them and talk about the book they wrote about the awesome musicians.
We
Like,
get to
that's
hang out with the
dope.
author, but of course, yeah. And you obviously you took it in your own direction, and
Yeah.
you kind of it's your version of creativity,
So the idea originally came to me back in high school, my senior year, and I just knew I wanted a story that had a gay main character where their sexuality had nothing to do with what was happening to them. Like, I didn't want it to drive the conflict, because that's what most stories with gay characters do.
Right.
And then I kind of wrote down a very rough draft and put it away for almost 10 years. And then when you guys were writing Glory and you played the Prince for me for the first time, something kind of clicked, which sounds really cliche and like trite, but it's true.
It exists.
Nice.
That kind of thing
It
exists. That
does
phenomenon is a real
exist.
thing.
It's
Sure.
amazing. So hearing that song and hearing the lyrics, which is why in the book the lyrics are quoted in here, it really kind of illuminated the story for me and made me come back to it and almost kind of painted out like the way it was going to go.
Sure.
And your entire album, like
Right.
other songs as well, have helped me build the structure of where the other two books are going to go.
Sure.
So yeah, this is like kind of a love grandchild, I would say, off of Glory. If Glory is,
It's like my baby.
or
I
a
want my
cousin,
baby.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yes.
But yes, heavily influenced by the awesome AFA.
What I thought was funny is to make it about us again for a second. I did. I was reading through it last night, and
Just can't
actually,
help it.
on the last page, you do give us credit, and we love you for that. Thank you. But you also had a prediction for when Glory would come out, and I read it, and I just kind of had to sigh for a minute because you
man.
kind of what's the exact
it hopeful?
phraseology?
It was
there?
hopeful,
It was
wasn't
very
it?
hopeful.
It was very
It was
hopeful.
super hopeful.
And we
Yeah.
missed Nani's hopeful deadline by 3 years.
By a lot. I said, while I had the idea for this book back in high school, their upcoming album, they being AFA, Glory, which should be released the fall of 2016.
Oh my God.
Shot to the heart.
Super
We're
late.
to blame.
It's too late
Yeah.
to apologize.
This just in, we suck.
Missed a few seasons.
Yeah, we missed a few years.
Just a couple.
Ugh.
Summer 2018 is for sure, though.
That's
For
that
sure.
We can
Yeah.
guarantee.
For show.
Yes.
Getting that.
So-
They said for show.
Better late than never, I suppose. But,
Absolutely.
Nostradamus was wrong even once in a while too. So, it is what it is.
So, Nani, would you say you're more of a Cal or a Lorcan?
Ooh.
I couldn't wait to ask that question, by the way.
I love that you
Yes,
had
ready.
that question. Just
Yes.
like jumping at the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but totally relevant, I
This is funny
think.
too, yeah.
And I think I know which one
And then
you
you
are,
have to
but
ask-
I'm interested to see if
and
we
then
I'm
ask, who
curious
was the other
then.
one based off of too? Yeah, and then we'll talk about that.
Okay, so I definitely think I'm more of a Cal
I knew
than a Lorcan. Which, yeah, anyone
Dave's
who's
your
met me-
Lorcan. I think
Yeah,
Dave's your
Davey
Lorcan.
Pooh's my Lorcan.
Thanks,
Which, to be perfectly honest, I mean, and funny, I just sent him a meme about this the other day, that if you're in love with a writer, you never die. And that's because the writer will keep writing you into their books forever.
Sure.
And I was telling Dave that
blessed.
every loving or awesome male lead I ever write is usually him. So Lorcan was a combination of Dave and Sebastian Stan, humorously enough.
Totally.
Our threesome, our
Yes.
unofficial threesome polygamy.
But yeah, I'm definitely
Wild.
more of a Cal just because Cal's very emotional. He reacts before thinking. He's totally fine with setting fire to an entire world.
And,
just so
and
it
thereby
saves
also
someone he loves.
driven, I think,
Yeah.
you know.
In a
Oh
positive
yeah,
way.
and I mean
Yeah.
he does help people and he does want to do the right thing,
Sure.
but it's like he has that.
Wrath. There's a level
Yeah,
of wrath.
There's a
he,
wrath,
he gets
yeah.
very easily triggered,
absolutely.
and messing with Lorcan is the fastest way.
I
to
mean,
do it.
dire circumstances, right? And it's
Right.
what he loves. So he does it for what he loves. He does it
Exactly.
for what he
Whereas,
believes
as
in.
maybe as a juxtaposition, you have Lorcan, who is a little more humanitarian, maybe, and
Right.
will be concerned about other people before Cal, maybe.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Lorcan
he
will
be
think about
the greater
everybody
good,
else
if you
before
will.
him,
Yes.
type
Yeah.
of thing, and
Which
then
I'm glad you guys are catching on to because that will come back in the future.
Yeah.
Speaking
it's
of,
gonna
Becca's asking, are you working on the second book?
Yeah,
I am,
excellent.
Becca. I swear. I am so sorry. I'm sorry to all people, just like you guys with Glory coming out fall 2016.
well, yeah.
Pushing things back.
I had my sequel slated for
Should we? Yeah, are we gonna
fall
make an estimate now?
2017. Yeah, I was supposed to be done with it by now.
So
but
I'll
it's
tell you
been
what,
taking
Nani,
a
when
while.
I'm going to edit the stuff, the album notes in Glory, and I'm going to be like, thanks so much, Nanishka Torres. Looking forward to the Soldier in summer 2019.
2023 at this point.
No, I'm going to way undershoot it.
Go
Yeah,
way,
yeah, of
yes,
course, 'cause
way
we're
under.
hopeful. We
Force
wanna
me
hear-
to stick to it.
we wanna,
But
read
I
it too.
am writing it. I'm coming to the end of the first act, so at least we're like in the thick of it.
Cool.
Thank goodness. But yeah. Quite a bit to go.
Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to. I'm kind of. I
Dave,
want to
your
know
pack.
what.
Yeah,
Where are
your
you
pack,
at,
something
Dave?
going on
Bring
with-
your pack back up,
Oh,
buddy.
the pack.
Yeah,
You
I
getting
don't know if it's
Flemmy
just
again.
the pack because it's happening to you too.
Oh, I don't notice it happening to me.
Oh, what are you guys doing, man?
What's wrong with our packs, guys?
Can't
Yeah,
can't
Packs
have-
in the
It's not
pockets.
That's your in-ears. Where's your?
I have to hold it up
microphone?
like this. Just to make sure I get.
Get a
It's not
signal.
really happening.
Where that
Sure,
pack
I'm
at?
going to belt it.
I don't know. I think it's more than
I'll hold
that.
it right
Because,
here.
dude, I was wearing this in the parking lot, and I heard what you guys were talking about. So I think it might be something else going on.
Oh.
Well,
We apologize if it's
We'll figure it out.
interrupting our.
If you miss a word here
dialogues.
and there, hopefully you can fill in the blanks. Little
Yes.
man living of the podcast today.
The
I
lights
wanna
are
see
acting
a
crazy
question
too.
from Beverly. Why, thank you for asking, Bev.
Oh, this is an important one.
You can get my book off of Amazon.com. And you can also get the audiobook off of Audible and Kindle. Not Kindle. What's the other one? iTunes. Haha.
iTunes.
And it's on iTunes.
That's right.
And you can also get an electronic version of this book on Kindle.
Nice.
Audible, right?
So
Which is
all the
super
fun
cool.
places.
Whatever you
Audible,
need.
Kindle, Amazon, and iTunes.
I'm about to
However
get the Audible one.
Available. Best to search by my full
It's easier that
name,
way.
which is hopefully in the post somewhere.
Nice.
Because if you search by The Prince, you'll get a whole lot of Machiavelli, and that is not the one I wrote. That's the one that inspired them. Not so much me.
Yes, Machiavelli.
But it's easier to find it by my full name since there's not many Nanishka Torreses out in the world. Thank goodness.
Absolutely. And,
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit. As a brief summary, I guess, without giving away any spoilers, The Prince is about Cal, the prince of the realm, the
Yeah, in the realm of Fenrir.
Renner of Fenrir, and there's conflict. I don't want to give too much away, but I do want to talk about the sequel a little bit for those who have read about it. So I mean, there's a conflict. People are in danger. Lorcan is. Can we say
Shit hits the fan.
he's kidnapped? It happens in the
Yeah.
first. two
Yeah,
pages.
Lorcan is
Yeah.
kidnapped
Ooh, right out of
by
it.
these like religious radicals that they want to be involved in like the political arena of the realm, and this realm does not allow religion involved in any of its political decisions.
Reason
So-
over religion.
Yeah, an actual separation of church and state,
Yes.
like it's supposed to be. So these group of people are very extreme, and they go to kind of extreme lengths and end up taking Lorcan, whom happens to be the love of our prince's life. And our prince is very powerful, and not just
And very upset about it.
politically powerful, but
Right.
he has other dope powers that make him kind of like his own Avenger.
Yeah,
And-
there's like a superhero element to
Definitely.
him and to other characters whom shall not be named in interest in not spoiling it. But it makes for great. I really did enjoy the hero dynamic, and the change of character almost, or I guess the discovery
Sure.
really of
Yeah.
certain other characters.
Absolutely.
Makes for an interesting. It's definitely a page turner.
Thanks, Kate.
But so how about the sequel then? What kind of direction are we going
Yes.
for those maybe who've read the book? Because I know there are a few of them here.
Can we get a synopsis
A
at least
synopsis
of where you think it's going?
What is it? A flashback? Is it a continuing forward? What are we talking about?
It is a flashback, so smart that you thought that way. So
Cool.
we do go back in time and kind of see how things came about. I mean, it's not a huge spoiler. It's gonna follow Agent Rhett Rykoff, whom you
Cool.
met in The
Awesome.
Prince.
Great character.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And also Reinhardt, whom you also meet in The Prince. So it follows them two and kind of showing where they started to where they end up, and it ends with where they are in The Prince.
Excellent.
So it all
I'm
kind of
super
fits
interested
in.
about Reinhardt.
Yeah,
frankly.
I was going to say
yeah.
the Staction side, just to really see. And are you going to give? I guess are you giving any hint to how the rebellion started?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You see,
So,
you see
really
them before
cool.
the rebellion,
Yeah.
and you kind of see how it comes about.
So this is very
Cool.
critical, but this also this book then this sequel will actually. Will it address the ending of The Prince? Because the ending of The Prince, without any spoilers, of course, is a bit of a cliffhanger, and we're curious. We're curious about certain characters.
Thank you for
so.
wording it in a way that didn't get you in trouble because I was going to mess that up. So, but I do want to know too. That's obviously.
Unlike Marvel, I will kill people who give things away.
Oh, man.
So we're
I'm
trying
the
to.
worst.
You know, so if Dave
trying
goes on
to-
interviews, you have to send Benedict Cumberbatch with him, right, to look out, make sure he doesn't
to
spoil
just cover
anything.
his mouth the entire time.
Perfect.
Which is funny you say Benedict Cumberbatch, because Benedict Cumberbatch Cumberbatch is who I had in mind while I was writing Reinhardt. I wanted him to
That's
in the
funny.
movie version in
Oh,
my
that's
head.
excellent.
He
Cool,
plays
cool,
Reinhardt.
cool.
And James McAvoy plays Rhett.
That's
in
dope.
my head.
That's perfect.
But
I love
different.
that. With the beard too. He's got to have
exactly.
a beard. Got to have a beard.
Which super digression, not really. But for the next cover, I actually wanted to take a picture of you, Kev, and have your chin grace the soldier cover.
Oh man.
Oh, those Rico chins.
Them
Especially
Rico
with that
jeans.
beard. That
I got-
beard is perf.
He's got more of a
leave
butt
the
chin,
beard.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, leave the beard. I
What,
would-
whose
Yeah,
chin
leave
would
the
my
beard.
chin
Are
be
you gonna
representing?
is he gonna be Rhett's?
yeah, it would
He's
be
gonna
Rhett's
Rhett's,
beard.
Rhett's
Cool.
So you
Because
gotta
Rhett
have
has like a reddish.
keep
kind of-
growing it in, Kevin. Yeah, exactly.
James
I like
McAvoy right here.
Yeah, the Jamesy.
a little bit of the Irish
Cool.
look to a degree.
But back to your question before we completely forget.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It does not tell you
Oh,
what
what a
happens
drag.
at
Of
the end
course.
of the first.
Cool. I am
It's-
super interested. to
It
hear these
properly
other
sets
stories.
up the
That's smart.
third,
That's
but the
smart.
third we'll get
No,
right
that's
into
smart.
that.
That's
cool,
fair, though. That's very
yeah,
fair.
yeah. That's cool too.
So I'm
'cause-
sorry to all those who were just like,
Yeah, a little disappointed, but equally interesting to. Yeah, I want to see what happened prior to what happened in the first one. So that's
it'll
cool, too.
help everything make sense. It's all
That's cool, too.
necessary.
I think one of my favorite parts about Rhett in the Prince. I forget which chapter it is. I think it's okay. I'm about to give stuff away. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
literally,
do it.
the last word of the chapter is just Rhett saying.
Fuck.
I laughed out loud. I mean,
Yeah,
Rhett
that
is
was
just,
pretty sweet.
I love his
Pure discretion
personality.
vibes.
He's
Followed
just-
by an ellipsis, or was it just
No,
just
fuck,
boom.
period.
That's
Fuck.
it.
And I
No
love
other
just-
thoughts.
he's always got to clean up after everybody, and it's just he just immediately has to suck it up because it's his job. It's just
That's
and
like,
he's just
fuck.
so pissed.
Yep.
Like the
But he
whole
has to
book,
do
he
it.
spends
Yep.
it pissed.
He doesn't dwell on it. He just gets right to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So-
I'm so glad you had that reaction because
Smart.
that's literally why I wrote it. That's how I wrote
Yeah.
Rhett the entire time. And I especially loved writing that moment. I knew when I started that chapter, I'm like, no, it has to end with him saying
Good
fuck.
character
Like, that has to
development when he could say one word and you can
you'll just-
Yeah, it's very
gather
clear.
all that.
There are a lot of distinct character types in the book for sure.
Sure.
There's some evolution. You definitely like nurture some of the character relationships. Even Callum Lorcan towards the end.
Sure.
Oh, thanks.
Cool.
That's
Well, yeah.
exactly what I'm going
Yeah.
for.
So super great
it's very
book.
exciting. when
Everybody
people
should check it
do
out.
that.
Anybody who's just getting here.
Yes.
This whole microphone situation is a little
Yeah,
frustrating.
I'm getting a little phlegmy now. I hear that.
Kevin's a little Fleming.
It might be something that has to do with the 2.4 connection. I might have actually stepped on the cable for this second antenna. Remind me, are the AB antennas for microphone or in-ears?
The ABs are for the in-ears, and the big boy is for the.
And the big boy wasn't.
Oh no, other way around. The
Yeah.
big boy's for the in-ears, and the AB is for the mics. It's for the mics. So maybe we
yes.
can adjust this one, or we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, we apologize if we're having any interference with our mics. Hopefully, you guys can
Yeah,
still
we
hear us
sound a
okay.
little washy.
There might be a little
Yeah,
nasally here and there, but it might be because we're losing signals. But hopefully, everything
Thanks
is
for
heard.
confirming.
Hopefully you've
Back-
hopefully you've heard about the awesome Prince, the awesome book, The Prince. And
Yes.
if again, where can you find this again, Nani? Just in case somebody.
On
heard
Amazon
yet?
as both print and an ebook, so it's also on Kindle,
Nice.
and as an audiobook on Audible and iTunes. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Kindle as an audio thing. It's
Yeah,
not. It's
yeah.
iTunes. It doesn't even,
iTunes.
like they don't even have the same icon, like nothing.
Right,
So there's
right.
no reason.
But yeah, regardless, get it there. $5, so something
Yeah.
like $8.
Actually, the print one is like kind of expensive. I feel.
Whoops.
Wow.
I didn't choose it.
Yeah, that's the
Amazon
problem.
just
They
dictated.
definitely nice.
I think
see.
it's like $15, but then so does the audio one. So I
see.
would probably go with the audio if you have the ability to listen to it, especially because the narrator who worked on it, Michael Furiolo, is amazing.
Very good. Yeah, awesome.
So good.
Great with voices and
Yes,
really.
he changes his voice.
and worked with
he
you to
does
get it
a
right.
perfect Scottish accent for Rhett, so that was fantastic.
That was great. Yes.
And then Dave composed super awesome music for it, so it has.
Set
It's
the
almost
mood.
like reading a book while Hans Zimmer is composing
Was
behind
super-
you. It's
oh,
pretty dope.
man.
Just
Just
flatter
gassing
me
Dave
right up.
over there. Hans
Flatter
Zimmer.
me.
Oh,
That's definitely what it
She's the
sounded
best.
like. It was definitely
did, though.
some,
It
some
did.
Dark Knight feels. It was good stuff.
nice.
Very
So
nice.
here, we started talking about how it's on Amazon, and it kind of reminded me of another question I had for you. I know you were kind of working with like a publisher at one point and a publicist, and they asked for you to make some changes to the book.
Oh, yeah. So when I attended a book convention, I had met a bunch of like agents and publishers and stuff, and one of whom read my book and was interested in being a publisher, but they requested like certain things be changed and like tweaked on, which
Producers,
the worst. Which I totally understand. They kind of wanted a little more fleshed out relationship between Cal and Lorcan, so to kind of make it a little bit more obvious that they were together from the beginning. They also suggested, which I did not do, but they suggested that I change the viewpoint and I not make it from the first person, since they felt it was a little like confusing jumping from character to character.
That's right, yes.
Which I totally understand. That does make it confusing.
You had to read a little bit.
However, like that's what I wanted to do. Like
Yeah,
I wanted that to be the point.
Get a little context, and
Right, for the
determine.
audience to have to like figure out who they're following now, and you're just like,
it
oh,
was
verse for
confusion.
somebody else.
It was confusion and disarray that was going on in the book, so it felt
Right.
appropriate. Where it's like you got to catch up because there's so much going on, and
You
yeah,
get
that's
me?
it. See?
Sure.
That's what I was doing.
You know, and in the past, like when I've read books that change between first-person viewpoints, sometimes at the beginning of the chapter where they change, it'll say
person's
like
name.
like the girl on the
Right.
train. It'll be like the
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
the switching.
Which that change
viewpoints.
I did make, actually. So I'm hoping to print out the second draft, the second version or the second edition at this point. And I was thinking of redoing the cover. I'm sorry, babe. Your chin is perfect, but I was thinking of redoing the cover. No offense. And
With Sean's
They're better.
chin.
They're
Dum,
better.
dum, dum.
There are better chins out there. I understand.
and humorously enough that you say Sean, because I did want a person of color. I did want like a black, half white person, or a black person.
I'm there.
In the money.
There you go.
What else? We can work. I can Photoshop you.
How's this chin, folks?
Hey, looking good.
That's that is a
So
winner's
good.
chin.
I dropped my headphones.
Chiseled.
Chins.
I was gonna say
chiseled chin.
it's super chiseled. Absolutely.
So yeah, we'll see if I actually end up printing that one out. I would like to. I did add some things, like some scenes that after I read my book all the way through, I was like, man, I should have added a little bit of this, or I could have done that. So.
Yeah, you
That's
can
right.
pick up on little things like that. I mean, we're always adding stuff to
Yeah,
songs.
it's endless.
Similar for literature.
Sure.
You know,
Revised.
it's cool that they did suggest that you embellish the relationship a little bit with Cal and Lorcan. I do want to say I felt similarly, maybe from the beginning, because it jumps right into the heat of things, and you don't ever get to see them together.
Right.
You know, right away they're separated. So while you do address, and there are certain scenes later in the book, which came just at the right time, just as I was starting to think that. I got
was,
the
like,
parts
the
like, oh,
evidence,
okay,
like,
cool. That kind of fleshes things out a little bit.
Right.
But that is cool that they said that, and that's not like some sort of baseless criticism. They definitely
Yeah,
enhanced
it
the
was.
book.
There were good suggestions that I liked, so that's why I do hope to print out the next edition with those tweaks in there, regardless if they want to pick it up and publish it or not.
Yeah,
Haven't
it's
heard back, though.
definitely an enhanced version, regardless, right?
Yep, exactly. I just worry how many times I'll want to keep adding things. Like, when do you stop?
Exactly.
And just be like, nope, you're done now.
Right.
Go
I know.
back to working on the
It's
second
hard.
one because people are still waiting
There
for
you
it.
go.
Back up, I'm sorry.
You'll probably have to live with those thoughts forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. But you also got to remember your fans love it as it is, and
Yes,
sometimes
true.
you could be
That's true.
your own worst enemy. And we love the Prince as is.
And
I
it is,
wouldn't
yeah.
change a thing.
Embellishing is cool. There's nothing you have to take out, though. It really is a streamlined narrative.
Absolutely.
It really goes pretty hard, like right up until the
Yeah,
end.
and it develops interest, and
Yeah.
even when, things are gaining momentum, there's still a lot going on and a lot of really cool.
That's how I like it, hard
elements.
and fast. You know.
Like a Marvel movie, man. Just
Yo, facts.
this is happening.
It-
Joke here.
The fight scenes feel like Marvel fight
Exactly.
scenes, too. They really do.
Oh, good, because that's
Yeah.
literally Liz
That's
can
the Mar-
attest to
that's-
this because
that's
Liz
the
would see
formula
me
down.
acting out the fight scenes like on the floor, and I would
Nice.
sometimes
That's
use her as
interesting.
my
Right.
stunt double. So bless you, Liz, for being not only my test audience while I was
Nice.
writing, but also
Yes.
my stunt dummy and fight coordinator when I was writing these scenes out. But yeah, I was
Hey, everybody's
always
got a process, you
always
know?
imagining a movie, and
Dope to
especially
see.
a Marvel
Yeah,
movie.
to see the Prince on screen.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Especially given that there are superpowers here at play. And they're
it's a
very
ver-
interesting. They're unique. They're different. Cal has some interesting things happening. We don't want to reveal too much, but there are other characters that just have stuff that I don't even know who I could compare them to, which makes it really cool. It's
Right.
super unique. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Really trying so hard not to spoil anything.
Yeah, I
Really,
know.
you guys
So
should
doing a
get
great
this
job.
book,
Everybody,
read it.
Let's just start reading.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I get a
The
paragraph.
weight of the crown. Yeah.
Yeah, popcorn, John.
Each chapter we pass it along.
Liz says you can spar with her at any time.
Nice.
Nice.
That sounds dirty, but
Ooh,
yes.
nice.
I think that's what she was going for.
That's my girlfriend.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice. Well, awesome.
Get like a kiddie pool full of mud. It'll be a good weekend.
Ooh, no, not mud. Mud's too much.
Mud. How about
Mud?
pudding?
Pudding. Looks like mud.
We would
I
just
don't know, yeah.
stop wrestling and we would just be eating it. We wouldn't even start. We would just sit there and be
Just
like,
like get a bowl where, hey, nice.
especially with Jello. Yum.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I can mess with Jello too. Very nice.
I could mess with
Liz,
Jello.
Liz doesn't like Jello. We lose Liz in the Jello.
Okay, then
pool.
we can stick with chocolate pudding. That's
Yeah.
fine.
She's not huge on pudding either, but I'm huge on
No
pudding.
pudding
Then
or
what-
Jello.
What are we gonna do?
Then what are you?
Love me pudding.
Chocolate chip cookies from McDonald's.
Oh,
Oh.
beautiful. Ooh,
Stack them high.
Yes.
stacked.
How did this transition into that?
I'm not quite sure.
The
going
pool?
a good
You
route.
brought it up
Many
with the
times.
pool.
Are you fighting in a pool of cookies?
No, we're just gonna sit in a pool of cookies. And eat 'em. Okay, the sweater has
The
to come off
vegans
'cause
surrounded by gluttons now.
I'm
It's
sweating.
horrible.
So we have some new viewers since we did
Woo.
before. Just
Yeah.
want to remind everybody we're playing this weekend. June 24th, Sunday at QXT's
Yeah,
in
right, you think
Newark.
that's-
That's this weekend?
We're all discovering things here.
Hey.
We're all disgusted.
This weekend. Check it out. Check us out. Let us know.
No, really, is it?
It's really
It's
this weekend,
Sunday,
yeah.
bro.
It's this Sunday.
I just really like that.
Yes.
I really like this guy. His name's Andre.
North Korea.
No Family Guy today. Actually, I can't control the levels. I don't want to assault your ears with Peter Griffin quotes. I want to,
Korea.
So it is
Sure.
what it is.
Yeah, check us out. Like Sean John said earlier, we're
Sunday.
doing a live stream too this
And
Thursday.
Yeah.
live stream this Thursday.
Get
That's
a little
it.
taste for what's to come on Sunday, Friday,
Absolutely.
Sunday,
Absolutely.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Friday Guy
clear.
Day.
This is our. This is the flyer that was made for the show on Sunday.
Check it out.
I forget the guy's name. It says it right here. Graphic mercenary.
It couldn't have been better for what we're going for
That
this
looks
album.
dope.
Like how he
Yeah,
put the
pretty
logo on the guy's
That's
shoulders.
Callum if he ever turned evil.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah,
what he would
sure.
look like.
no, Cal. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He would.
Stacks and Cal.
He would, though.
Oh,
You
boy.
kill Lorcan, that's what he becomes.
That's true. That's true. Like the Staxons will take him in.
If anybody's ever been to QXTs before, it's kind of cool. It's like a cave on the inside. They have great lights, fog machines, cheap
Yeah.
drinks, good bartenders,
Good times.
Good
etc.,
times. Good times
etc.,
all around.
etc. And AFA
Good clean fun.
nice.
The best
on a
part.
Sunday, 10 o'clock. That's when we
AFA,
go
et
on.
cetera.
The bands before us that are playing are a bunch of good ones. I don't know exactly all of them. I know Another Distraction's really good.
Sure, yeah.
Nice.
But I'm sure
yes.
they're all very talented in their own ways. So come on out and have
Very
a good time with
stoked.
us because
Very
it's going to be a good time.
Please do.
Let's hang. Summer
And
shows.
if you got work the next day, just call out.
I do.
Do yourself a favor.
Goals.
Or
Goals.
just take a nap on Sunday. Do it like my father does.
Yeah,
If
disco
you're going to go
nap.
out and it's a school night, you take a little nap,
Take a little nap.
Take a
Jenny's
little
going to
nap
be
nap.
there.
get up, hydrate a bit, and then come on out.
I like that the
That's
flyer
terrible.
says dancing between sets. I appreciate
there
that
will
they
be a
specify
dancer,
There will be
yeah.
dancers.
There's
Will be
going to
dancers.
be a
Well,
pole
Dancing.
dancer. Her name is
No,
Vivi
that's
Noor.
yeah. Specifically,
Nani is
No, I
stoked.
swear to God,
Nani's
yeah.
the most stoked one at this table.
Nani
about
likes
that.
strip clubs more than any of us on this table. Let me just make that clear.
Well, that's debatable. Maybe we're on the same level there.
Actually, yeah, you guys could hang.
I just don't like spending money at strip clubs.
Thank
don't
you.
mind.
That's my issue. I had a great time with her too, but it's only so many times I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Same,
I'm a
that's
musician.
Why that's why I
Whoa.
haven't gone in
Yeah,
several
we're
months.
starving.
You're working
Dave,
out,
you're
dude.
slowing her down.
I am.
no, not
I'm
because
the
of
little.
him.
I'm the little B of the relation. I'm the
No.
guy. I'm the.
You're the
I'm the girl.
Lorcan. You're the Lorcan, Dave.
No, you're not.
Right.
But no, I just can't spend $400 every month.
Right. So
Because
Nana's
that's what I
smart
was
too. She
dishing
knows.
at the strip club.
Yeah. Shout out to Destiny if she's ever watched this.
Those women earned every penny. let me
Destiny,
tell
of
you.
course. Destiny.
Destiny. Sean John has messed with us too. Anyway, not.
This
But-
went excellently.
Okay.
Wrestling into chocolate chip cookies to now strip clubs. I am loving the progression.
Yeah, speaking of fun facts and cookies and strip clubs,
Yum.
Vivi Noor, I'm going to say,
Noir.
Vivi
was in
Noir?
Stride's music video for Pretty Little Dancer.
Oh,
Cool.
sweet, awesome.
So she is a pretty little
Nice.
dancer, I guess.
Nice.
She's a legit
Not sure how little she is or exactly how
Yep,
beautiful
watch.
she is.
I
I'm
was
sure
gonna-
she's
Yeah.
all
I
those
I was gonna
things.
say, watch the rest of that.
But I'm sure there's
Sum it
plenty
up.
of
Not finished.
Did you sense the hesitation?
factors that point in her direction.
Charger's not working. Ugh.
Danny Canty,
Yeah,
what's
very
up, bro?
cool. Very cool that she will be in
Bang,
the
bang,
house.
baby.
Bang bang.
That's our buddy Strive. Everybody look up Strive. Most of you guys know. him.
Strive.
Actually, today is Ryan Flannery's birthday.
Happy birthday,
That's
Ryan!
He's having a red pants
Happy
birthday. Okay, yeah. He's having a red
Yeah,
pants party at the Cornerstone in Hillsdale. No, I might be wrong about that.
That's it?
Kristen, remind me.
No, it's a
I
blue
think that's
pants
it.
party.
It's a blue pants.
He would
Trust me, show up with blue pants.
Yeah, he wouldn't dare too. Yes.
Did you get the blue pants memo?
Blue is not his color, guys.
Blue is not
Please.
his color.
It's red.
Everybody knows that.
Believe
Come
it's
to
trucker
Cornerstone.
blue.
Yeah, Cornerstone and Hillsdale.
Cornerstone. Truth.
I will not be going. Sorry, Kristen, because I have work tomorrow.
Same.
Because it's a freaking Tuesday. I mean, I know his birthday's on Tuesday,
I hope there
but
will
I
be
guess
other
we don't all
celebrations.
party on the
more in
weekdays.
weekend era.
Although everyone remember,
It'll be
next
a-
Wednesday is my birthday.
Part two.
Hey.
Hey.
What are we doing? Strip club.
Hey.
We're doing
$400.
We're doing hanging out.
nada.
Get a McDonald's
Just
cookies.
Playing Overwatch.
Ooh, McDonald's.
Back to McDonald's.
Yeah, we're easy. We're easy. you
Going
know?
to sleep by
It's-
9 o'clock. What's good?
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, sounds so great.
Nani, that's too
Slumber
explicit
party.
for this podcast. That's dirty talk.
Too
That is
wild.
dirty.
Sorry, you guys.
Filling in
I'm
the holes, why don't you?
Reigning in the 28th year the right way.
Exactly. The right
Going
way.
to sleep.
Couldn't think of a better way.
Jen's staff says hi. Hi, staff.
Hey, staffers.
Hey, hey.
CVS.
How
Go
cool
get
is
'em.
how cool is your
CVS.
boss, Jenny?
Thank you for not selling cigarettes.
Yeah, good for you.
That sounds a bit like sarcasm.
No, it was. Yeah, it's
No,
It's whatever.
what I go to CVS for.
Totally cool.
You can take it or leave it.
Pharmaceuticals.
No, CVS is great. My girlfriend's great. Hoboken CVS.
Yes.
We love you.
Shout out to Hoboken CVS.
Yeah, we got a show there in 2 weeks at the CVS in Hoboken.
Right at the train
Yes.
station.
And what
Come see
aisle?
us.
The BYOB.
Here, what aisle? That's a good question.
aisle
What
do you
aisle
guys
are we
perform
playing,
in?
guys?
Yeah.
The one with the
Questions
Cliff
on
bars in
that.
it.
Are we like an ear and oral care kind of band? Or?
Or
Oh,
are we
I
like
don't know, I can't
pound-
hear you when you're underwater.
yeah, I know. I just took a dive.
There's
Are we
definitely
behind the
more
final
than just
pharmacy?
it being hidden in
Dave's
your
in the
lap.
mud
There's
pool.
something going on with this.
Yeah, whatever
this
the case
crap.
may be.
No,
I'm
it should be in the
underwater.
toy aisle.
No, the back room.
The back room?
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
the
hell
snacks.
yeah.
I like the snacks in the CVS.
Like where the baler is.
Ooh, the baler. Yeah, that's fun.
Don't
too.
touch the
Michael,
baler.
don't touch
Do you
the
know
baler.
Do you know 9 people die a
Every
year
year
from a
from
baler?
a baler.
9. Could be you,
Michael.
Michael. Yeah.
That's for you.
Shout out to the best show of all time.
This
though.
isn't over, Michael.
I was watching that episode yesterday, actually.
I can't believe you would.
Me too.
yeah,
The other
just-
day.
Nice.
Apparently they would love it. So we'll do acoustic set there one day, maybe.
Yeah, the
Oh,
cops
wow.
would
What's
love it
that?
too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they will kick us out because it's CVS, and my girlfriend works there.
Oh shit.
We got
yeah,
it
we
in.
got it in.
We got it
We got it
in.
in.
I
We got
got
the
it in.
backstage.
I got it
Sean,
in.
yeah, that's true.
Calm down, everybody else.
Me first.
Watch it.
That's awesome. CVS, shout out.
CVS.
Jason Basner, what's up, bro? Baz, you're a little bit late. That's cool, man.
That's
You
cool.
missed the best
Sorry,
part,
you-
Jason.
Oh shit, we're like hitting 40 minutes.
Yeah,
now.
we're rounding up to the 40-minute
yeah.
mark. How about some final remarks, guys?
Final remarks. Can we sum it up too? And again, we should mention the Prince one more time if you guys haven't. If you guys just checked in and you haven't heard, we brought on my beautiful girlfriend to talk about her amazing book, The Prince, from the Fenrir Chronicles. It is available on Amazon, not Kindle. It's available
it is on
It is
Kindle.
available on Kindle.
It's
Sorry.
Amazon, Kindle,
And iTunes though, because
iTunes.
Look at
there's
that pretty chin.
an
and
audiobook.
Audible.
Chin.
There's an audio.
Look at that chin.
Check it out. Look at that chin.
Chinny chin.
Look at that chin. Yeah, take
Nice
a good
job,
picture
Dave.
because it's going away soon, and you're
It
gonna
mi-
see another
yeah.
chin on the next book. But it's okay. I'm not somber. It's okay. I'm not somber.
Sorry, there's just enough white people in pop culture, so we don't need another one.
I was gonna say we're all it's so close. They're so similar. Do you really need another one?
Do we need another? No, we don't.
At any rate,
Okay,
it's awesome. Check it out. The chin is great. The book is better. Check it out. What else, guys? Newark.
This
Check us out this weekend.
Sean John.
Sunday.
This Sunday.
Q. QXT.
Also, we have a lot of stuff on YouTube now. We just put a bunch of new material on YouTube. This
Yes.
podcast will be up there probably ASAP, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but it'll be there very, very soon.
Awesome.
And we just put our last live stream last Thursday up. No, actually, we haven't. No, that's still in the
Not
works.
yet, not
2
yet.
weeks ago, we
2
had
weeks
it.
ago we put it up. Yeah,
Takes a little time for everything to be perfected, but
absolutely.
we'll keep
And you guys
updated.
have another live stream this Thursday.
That's
We do.
it.
Oh, yes.
This
Thursday.
Thursday,
Donnie?
2 days. Donnie, you want to be in the band? Pretty much are.
She's pretty much
Actually,
she
just
represents
to do
me. I
this,
was gonna
I
say.
would love to just BS into a microphone
chit-chat.
for
Oh,
40
please.
minutes.
This
every
is-
We'll give you a
This is what I live
tambourine. I
for.
play
We'd love
this.
to have you back. Absolutely. ASAP.
I'll just make up other things to talk about.
There you go.
Like today, we're discussing Avengers: Infinity War. Everybody.
Well, you're a specialist in that matter. We should have you on.
Very true.
So if that is
That's
what we're
tablecloth.
talking.
The subject matter expert.
If that is what we're talking about, that will happen.
So that's this Thursday, our live stream, which is going
Yes.
to be on Facebook. If you guys don't follow our Facebook,
What
I
are you
mean,
doing?
I think most of you do.
Yeah.
But share this video, share our page, and people will eventually start clicking it and connecting with us.
Yes.
And subscribe. We'll start subscribing to our
Love new
social
fans.
medias.
But
Thank
shout out,
you.
shout out to all our day ones.
Chilling.
Becca,
Thank you for
Jenny,
supporting.
Sharing
Christian,
is great.
everybody. Kristen, my phone is just coming back on, so I didn't see who else is on. But shout out to all you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you loved it. Mom, love you too. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And also check out our streams on YouTube. Can't stress it enough. It's we remix and remaster it, and it sounds awesome. And you get to relive all the fun of the live version. So yeah, please do all that. Yeah, and check us out again, QXDs on Sunday. Stay tuned, and then Thursday stream. There you go. Just
Glory.
all them again.
Dave, you got a little closing audio bit over there for us?
Yeah, I do, Kev. It's right here. I'm just gonna put that on loop. Are you guys cool with that?
Let's
good
do
to
it.
me.
Ready? Who's
ready
ready?
to see me out? Ready?
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Yeah. AFA. We do this every day. Streaming once a week.
How about a fade out, Dave?
Oh, fade out.